Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're having a good week. I made a video a month or so ago about Chris Eubank saying what exactly is happening with his career, if anything. Then last week we had the rumour that he's got the inside track to face Canelo. And today, well, yeah, I suppose we do know what's happening with Chris Eubank Jr.'s career for the foreseeable future anyway, and that is that he has signed with Ben Shalom's BOXXER, so he's going to be back on Sky TV. Now, I suppose if he was going to sign a promotional contract, it would have to be with BOXXER because he's been with everyone else, and I don't know whether he's fallen out with them, but they've not really seen eye to eye. This was really the only, apart from maybe Mick Hennessy, he's been with Hennessy as well, hasn't he? Early on in his career, very early on. I think he started with Hennessy. But Shalom was really the only one left. And you do have to wonder, what's he let himself in for, Ben Shalom? Because I'll read you what Chris Eubank said. By the way, he's only 2 months away from his 35th birthday, so he's going to have to get his skates on. But he said, I'm very excited to have signed with BOXXER and Ben Shalom. They fit the direction I want to go in. We have big plans over the next 12 to 24 months. There are big fights in the pipeline, and these guys can make it happen. Okay? This is a partnership. I have the freedom and the leeway to work how I want to work, which is very rare. I'm in a position of power. I'm in a position to really control the direction that I want to go in, so I'm excited. I've been in the game 12 years now, and I'm still hungry. I'm still excited. I'm still in love with the sport of boxing. I'm in a blessed position right now where there are 4 or 5 names out there that are mega fights that everybody wants to see. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, Conor Benn, Billy Joe Saunders. Do people really want to see Conor Benn and Billy Joe Saunders in the ring with Eubank? Do people want to see a guy who started as a lightweight, Terence Crawford, fighting Eubank at middleweight? Canelo Alvarez, do people really want to see him fight Eubank? Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know. I personally, none of those fights floats my boat particularly, but obviously I'd watch them. And Ben Shalom in reply said that Eubank is one of the biggest star attractions in boxing, in the UK perhaps, but internationally certainly not. And he's a bona fide pay-per-view star. Well, I would dispute that as well. He brings excitement and intrigue wherever he goes. BOXXER is his natural home, and I'm incredibly excited to work with Chris to make sure we finally realise his huge potential and fierce ambition. We've had the privilege of working with Chris on some massive fights in the UK, and there'll be plenty more to come in the UK and worldwide. The hunger and ambition is there. We can't wait to see him back in action and involved in some massive fights. Okay, so both sides saying roughly the right things, but the thing that intrigued me most was Eubank saying, I'm in a position of power. I'm doing things the way that I want to do them. Okay, hasn't that always been what's kind of riled other promoters up the wrong way? I mean, in the sense that I remember when Eddie Hearn was working with Eubank, and Eubank's father was still on the scene, and Eubank's father, during one of the press conferences, says the very first pound should go to the fighter. The fighter should have the lion's share of the money. And Hearn was saying, well, hang on a minute. Actually, everyone needs a fair slice of the cake. It's all about fairness. And, we all make money and we all share it out. And now that Eubank Sr. isn't with his son anymore and hasn't been for some time, I am intrigued to know what he means about to control the direction I want to go in. What direction is that then? I mean, okay, he's mentioned some names, and they all seem to concern big paydays rather than world titles. But hey, this is Chris Eubank Jr. we're dealing with here, so I guess he's going to do his thing. And it is called prize fighting. I don't begrudge fighters getting paid good money, so long as they're not taking the piss. Thinking pay-per-view, of course. But, interested. I don't know. I mean, at this point, at the best of times, I'm kind of a show-me sort of person. All right, you're talking the talk. Doesn't matter whether it's a fighter, a promoter, a manager. It doesn't matter who it is. You're talking the talk. Now step up to the plate. Show me what you got. And I'm long past that point with Chris EUBANK Jr. All right, you're talking good, you're talking slick. Same with Ben Shalom. But let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. So as things stand, I mean, this is news sort of hot off the press, or otherwise known in today's internet world as old news, because it's about 2 or 3 hours old. But nothing has been announced for the first fight or the first date or anything like that. But it will be intriguing to see where it goes. And I wonder if signing EUBANK, I don't know what the deal is, what the contract is, but I wonder if this will increase the chances of Shalom and BOXXER having their contract extended by Sky, because there was a lot of talk, 6 months ago, or maybe a little more, 9 months ago, that Shalom and BOXXER weren't going to have the extension triggered by Sky regarding their contract, that Sky were going to cut their losses, because they have it. Shalom is a very young man, never mind a young promoter. But in the last 6 months, it has sort of come together a little bit. We had the Fraser Clark and the Fabio Wardley fight. That was very good. And a few other fights that I thought were good. Of course, Felix Cash took his first L against a BOXXER fighter who is now on who is that? European champ. My mind's gone blank, can't remember his name. But he's on the next Riyadh Saudi card anyway. So things are beginning to shape up for BOXXER a little bit. It's not quite as doom-laden as it was previously. So, yeah, interesting to see what will happen. Anyway, what do you think? Do you care about EUBANK anymore? Do you think this is a good move for him? Do you think it's another false dawn? Who would you have him fight next? These questions and more, if you've got any opinions, put them in the comment section below. Please do. I'll have a read and I'll answer as many as I can. Thanks as always for your time. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing, because we want to build the channel up. Okay, ladies and gents, thanks a lot and bye for now.